Am I the asshole for calling the police right away when my sister's family entered my new home using a spare key they took without permission? Hi Reddit. I'm a 27-year-old woman, and I've felt for most of my life like I've lived in the constant shadow of my older sister, Anna, who's 30. She's always been the golden child, the clever, outgoing one who could talk her way out of anything. In contrast, I've been labeled the irresponsible sibling, which in our family really means the person who handles everything but gets zero recognition. As kids, Anna always received the best things. Her birthday parties were massive backyard events with inflatable bouncy houses and even pony rides. Mine? Just a simple pizza gathering in the dining room with a store-bought cake. Anna got the full Barbie dream house for Christmas, while I received a used knockoff version missing the elevator. My parents would just say, "You don't need all those extras," or "Be thankful for what you've got." But Anna was never expected to show the same level of gratitude. The major divide started when I began college. I'd put in tremendous effort in high school, taking advanced classes and joining activities to keep a strong GPA. I got accepted to a nearby university and planned to live at home to save on housing costs. Anna had gone to her top choice school out of state, fully paid for by our parents, so I assumed they'd do something similar for me. I was wrong. When I brought up staying home, my mom acted like I'd suggested something outrageous. "If you're living here, you'll have to pay your share," she said casually. Anna got full support because she earned it. "You need to learn how to manage on your own." I was 18, starting college, and they wanted me to pay rent. Contribute meant $400 a month for rent and utilities, plus buying my own food. It might not sound like a lot, but for a college student earning $9 an hour part-time at a bookstore, it was crushing. I tried to point out the unfairness, reminding them how they'd covered everything for Anna without her ever stressing about money. Mom just shrugged. "We provided Anna with what she required." She said, "You're different. You're self-reliant. You'll manage." So I did manage. I picked up as many shifts as possible at the store, sometimes skipping meals to stretch my budget. I'd walk past the campus cafe every day, watching other students buy fancy coffees and treats, while I brought peanut butter sandwiches and drank the free breakroom coffee. I never paid full price for textbooks, always used or library copies. Each month, I handed over that $400 to my parents, while Anna enjoyed her fully funded life in a brand new dorm they'd helped pay for. She once called me to whine about her dorm AC not being cold enough, and I nearly exploded. My car had no working air conditioning because I couldn't afford repairs. My parents kept sending Anna monthly allowances. I overheard Mom on the phone once saying, "We don't want her to have a hard time. College is tough already." I was in the kitchen with my cheap instant noodles, wondering why that kindness never extended to me. To add insult, my parents constantly celebrated Anna's milestones. She graduated with a 3.2 in communications, and they hosted a huge party with catering and a DJ. When I finished with a 3.9 in computer science, we had a quiet dinner at home. Mom made lasagna and said, "We don't want to overdo it." In hindsight, the money wasn't the worst part. It was the clear signal that I mattered less. Anna was always the shining star with endless potential, while I was just reliable. Even my successes got dismissed. "Kate's capable. She doesn't need extra help," they'd say. It felt like being competent was a punishment. After graduation, I moved out the moment I could. I got a small apartment near my entry-level job and started building my own life. It was challenging, but the independence was liberating. I worked diligently, saved aggressively, and stayed disciplined. Meanwhile, Anna married Josh, 32M, whom my parents absolutely love, even though he jumps between jobs frequently. They now have 3 kids: Sophia, 5F, Lucas, 4M, and baby Noah, 2M. My parents constantly rescue them financially. Last year, when their car died, Mom and Dad bought them a replacement. When Anna complains about the chaos of 3 young children, my parents offer weekend babysitting. I try not to let it affect me anymore, but it still stings. No matter my achievements, I always feel second best to Anna. That's why I stopped sharing much about my life with them. I knew they wouldn't truly care, or worse, they'd twist it somehow. So, I'd been quietly planning something big, buying my own house. I'd been renting a cramped little apartment for years, overpaying for barely any space that I'd saved diligently for ages. Finally, I reached the point where I thought I deserved this. The key detail: I didn't tell my family. Not because it was some huge secret, but because anything involving me quickly turns into a family affair. If I'd mentioned it, I knew they'd shift the focus to Anna and the kids, expecting my success to benefit them. So I kept quiet until it was finalized. That proved optimistic. Somehow, a coworker named Lisa, who loves gossip, overheard me and mentioned it casually to someone, who turned out to be Anna's neighbor. In our small Texas town, word travels fast. Soon after, Mom called, sounding overly excited. "Kate, why didn't you say you're house hunting?" I played it cool. "Oh, just looking casually, nothing definite." Then she said, "Anna and I have been discussing it, and we have wonderful suggestions." Dread hit me. "You'll want something spacious, for family visits, obviously. At least 4 bedrooms, for the grandkids." I asked, "What grandkids? I don't have any." She ignored that and continued, "It should be near Anna's place." I shouldn't have been shocked. She'd already reframed my house as their convenience. I brushed it off and ended the call quickly, hoping it would stop. Didn't. Mom and Anna started bombarding me with listings. Daily texts with links to enormous homes, 4 or 5 bedrooms, pools, massive garages. They acted like I was shopping for a luxury estate. Point 1 text from Mom. "Check out the one on Maple Street. It's huge, absolutely ideal." Anna emailed a 6-bedroom listing. "This would work perfectly for us. Plenty of room to stretch." I stared, realizing my purchase had become their project. Worst of all, none of it was about me. Every suggestion centered on Anna's needs. "This has a basement. Josh could make it his hangout spot. The kids would adore that pool. Look, even a guest suite for us when we stay over." It was draining. I tried redirecting gently, saying I wanted something small just for me. That only intensified it. Eventually, I stopped replying. I muted the group chat and ignored everything. I figured they'd back off. Meanwhile, I house hunted alone. Evenings on Zillow, weekends at open houses. I avoided Anna's neighborhood entirely to prevent leaks. After weeks, I found the perfect place. A cozy 2-bedroom cottage on the edge of town. Charming porch, bright kitchen, yard big enough for gardening. It wasn't grand, but it felt like home. The second I walked in, I knew. I made an offer. It got accepted after tense waiting. The joy was indescribable. Something truly mine, no interference. Naturally, I kept it secret from family. Let them keep sending helpful links while I proceeded quietly. Then Mom called. "Family dinner next weekend? You're coming?" I almost declined, but thought, let's rip the Band-Aid off. "I'll announce the purchase there." I braced for drama. Gasps. Protests. "Thanks for reading. I'll update after dinner." Update 1. Thanks for all the comments and advice on my original post. As promised, here's what happened at dinner. I arrived at my parents' house right at 6 p.m., ready for whatever came. The second I walked in, chaos. Kids yelling, Josh glued to the TV on the couch, Mom bustling in the kitchen. She glanced over. "Good, you're punctual for once." Dinner started with surface chatter. Dad griped about fuel costs, Josh about work drama, Anna about parenting 3 kids. "Noah wakes us constantly," she said, piling food on her plate. "We're so squeezed in our place. It's driving me crazy." I nodded politely, focusing on my meal, knowing the direction. Then Mom cleared her throat dramatically. "Kate," she beamed, "we've discussed it and found the ideal house for you." I nearly spat out my drink. "Really?" I asked neutrally. Anna jumped in. "It's gorgeous. Just blocks from us. 5 bedrooms, big yard for the kids, even a guest suite." Mom cut in. "Perfect for the whole family. Room for the children to spread out. Josh could have an office." I stared, stunned. They weren't hiding that it was for them. Anna added, "We can view it tomorrow." That's when I snapped. "Actually," I said, putting down my utensil, "I've already purchased a house." Silence. Even the kids quieted. "What?" Mom demanded sharply. "I bought a house," I repeated. "A small 2-bedroom cottage outside town. It's exactly what I want. For me." For a second, I hoped for congratulations. Instead, Mom flushed red. Anna gaped. "A cottage?" Anna scoffed. "How are we supposed to visit in that?" "You're not," I said calmly. "It's my home, for me." Mom exploded. "Kate, How dare you decide this alone? We've put so much effort into finding the right place for you. No, I replied, staying composed. You've been searching for something to solve Anna's problems. I didn't ask for help. I got what I needed. Anna's voice rose tearfully. But we need this, Kate. Our apartment is tiny, the kids share everything, Noah's crib is in our room. It's unfair to them. I breathed deeply. That's not my responsibility, Anna. I earned this through my own effort. I'm not sacrificing my home for your issues. Dad slammed the table. You're selfish, Kate. Family supports each other. What's wrong with you? I stood. I'm not selfish. I'm finally prioritizing myself. If that makes me the villain to you, fine. Chaos erupted. Anna sobbed. Mom ranted about poor upbringing. Dad grumbled disappointment. Josh just kept eating. I grabbed my bag and headed out. Mom followed, pleading, You can't abandon your family. I turned, Watch me. Drove home shaking with anger and freedom. Aftermath escalated quickly. Mom and Anna launched social media assaults. Anna posted cramped photos of her kids' beds. All they need is space to thrive, but some prioritize themselves over family. Strangers commented, calling me heartless. Someone, likely Lisa, spread it at work. Now colleagues whisper about me, ditching family, that I'm staying focused, but it's tough. Bracing for more, but no regrets. This house is mine. We'll update if needed, thanks for the support. Update to your comments blew me away. Many called my family wildly entitled, and I agree. Others shared similar stories. It's comforting not to feel alone. Things shifted unexpectedly. Mom showed up at my apartment unannounced yesterday, holding an apple pie, not even my favorite. Cherry is, with an overly sweet smile. Hi, Kate. Just checking on you, she said, like nothing happened. I let her in reluctantly. She set the pie down, eyed my place critically. I came to apologize, she started, voice syrupy. Things escalated and we overstepped. You've earned this house. I should have respected that. It felt off. Then she rambled about pride in me, blaming stress from Anna's situation. No excuse though, she said sadly. Maybe we can start fresh? I'd love to visit your new house sometime. Bring Anna and the kids so everyone sees it. There it was, the real agenda. After she left, unease lingered. She fixated on my locks, asked detailed moving questions. That night, I realized my spare key, left on the counter, was gone. Neighbor texted, Saw people peering in your windows last night. A couple with kids. Everything all right? I immediately called a locksmith for new locks, planned cameras next day. Unbelievable yet predictable. Ignored all family contact. Mom's apology was clearly scouting. Dad left a voicemail. This isn't finished, Kate. Family stays united, like it or not. It sounded menacing. Documenting everything, texts, calls, incidents. Instinct says I'll need proof soon. Thanks for validating my boundaries, means the world. Update 3. Never thought I'd post this, but today's events shook me deeply. Still processing. I ran errands this morning, groceries, post office. Got home around noon. Anna's SUV parked out front. Heart dropped. Unlocked door, hearing voices inside. Anna, Josh, kids, all there. Total disorder. Sophia and Lucas on my couch with snacks and toys everywhere. Noah wandering, chewing a pillow. Josh raiding my fridge. Anna in the sunroom shifting furniture like a designer. What is this? I demanded, voice trembling with rage. Anna looked up casually. Oh, hi, Kate. We decided to start settling in while you were gone. Settling in. I repeated. Mom gave us the key, she said, pointing to the counter. We desperately need room, your place fits. Could have been larger if you'd cooperated, but we'll adjust. Josh gets an office now. Instead of arguing, I called 911. Seriously? Anna scoffed. Calling police on family? Watch me. Officers arrived. Anna and Josh claimed family meant no real crime. Police disagreed. Trespassing, leave now. Anna fake cried, claiming she didn't know it was serious. Josh grumbled about selfishness as they gathered stuff, including my food. One officer asked if I wanted charges. I declined for now if they stayed away. They noted the report. Called locksmith again for rekeying, security install tomorrow. Lawyer drafting cease and desist for parents, Anna, Josh. Detailing harassment, break-in, warning of further action. Can't fathom my sister thinking this was okay. Or mom enabling with the key. Speechless. Likely final major incident. I'm done with chances. Blood doesn't excuse toxicity. Update 4. Thanks for sticking through this saga. Owe you a closing update. Yes, final, as I've gone full no contact. First, wave of guilt trips. Distant relatives calling, like an aunt who ignored me growing up. How could you hurt your sister? Family unites. Parents escalated town smear. Mom posted my house pics, source unknown. On Facebook, heartbreaking when someone forgets their roots. Family gives everything, repaid with this. Strangers piled on, calling me ungrateful. Anna topped it. Showed up at my workplace lunchtime with kids. I was in a meeting. Receptionist alerted. Anna sobbing loudly in lobby to BY arrival. Coworkers gawking as she dramatized me, leaving her kids homeless. I pulled her aside, demanded departure. She unleashed kids to run wild, shouting about my extra space and selfishness. Security escorted them. Awkward boss talk about separating personal drama from work. Ultimate breaking point yesterday. Parents staged intervention at their house, telling grandma I was having a breakdown needing help. I refused. They sent a local pastor to my door preaching family duty. After lawyer consult, I acted decisively. Filed restraining order against Anna and Josh citing break-in harassment. Cease and desist to parents for online attacks. Contact. Installed full security cameras, sensors. Changed phone, email, shared only with trusted contacts / work. Locked down social media, blocking family and potential informants. Eeriest part, they still think they're right. Mom's last email, before block, "You're breaking my heart. I raised you better." She misses the point. This isn't cruelty. It's self-respect and boundaries. But finally, I feel liberated. My house is my sanctuary. Exactly as envisioned. Planted the garden I've dreamed of. Bonding with non-gossipy neighbors. Even adopted a cat, napping in the sunny spot. Unobligated to share. Last weekend. Small housewarming with coworkers. Wine, cheese on the porch, no judgments, just peace. Some might judge me harsh for cutting ties, but after 27 years as backup plan, financial fix, problem solver, I'm choosing me. Realizing family means mutual respect, boundaries, support, not just DNA, can be healthiest choice. The house that started it all? My peaceful refuge. Waking here, decorated my way, meeting only my standards, pure confirmation I chose right. Thank you, Reddit, for support through doubt. Comments, advice, stories kept me strong. To others facing similar. Stay firm. You deserve your life, your terms. Likely no more updates. Cut contact, moving forward. But I'll lurk, maybe help others in tough spots. Thanks again, your kindness mattered immensely.